Hi, welcome back to Velo News TV. We're here at the finish of Stage 2 of the Tour of Missouri. Here with Slipstream rider Mike Friedman. Mike, I was just saying, you look pretty fresh for spending just about the entire day in a breakaway.
It's easier to stay fresh when you have a teammate in the break with you, getting you bottles and food and make sure you're hydrated and fed right. So I actually feel pretty fresh considering it was just almost 125 miles. So, I mean, I'm not super fresh, but I definitely feel okay.
Yeah, we saw Frischkorn go down early, and he was complaining a bit about some back pain. And we also know that you're maybe the stronger time trialist out of the two of you. So, did you have Will sort of there for you in the break? I mean, was that agreed kind of early on that you would kind of put the team's chances on you for the time trial tomorrow?
As far as the time trial goes tomorrow, I mean, the breakaway just kind of got established. We just happened to have two guys in there. We kind of got lucky. I think I followed a move across and then Will came across, or vice versa. And as far as riding today, we were riding for me because we knew it was going to come down to a sprint, more than likely. And then tomorrow, I mean, if we had Timmy or Danny and Will or Steve and Will, I mean, everybody can time trial. So tomorrow is, it's open game for the whole team. I mean, anybody can time trial really well. Whether I have a good day or not, I mean, we'll know tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. So, but I mean, in terms of, it seems like this is going to shake down a bit like Georgia, where the group goes away and the GC is going to be decided out of that group. So maybe George, Dominique Roland, yourself, and Kenyatta maybe are the four best time trialists out of that group. So it seems like, on paper, you may have a very good shot at the podium GC after today.
I'm going to give it hell. We got a couple more long days where anything can happen, just like today. Just because we got 15 minutes today doesn't mean it can't happen again. I mean, as we go on from here, it gets a little bit hillier. Tomorrow's a pretty hard TT, so a fat kid like myself, you never know what can happen. I could lose some time or I could gain some time, depending on how I feel. So
yeah, we all remember your fourth place at the National Time Trial Championships last year as well, though. So you've got to be, I would say you've got to be a favorite for the GC podium. But let me ask you a little bit about that sprint. Tell us about the last few kilometers.
Well, it's a 2K circuit, as we all know, and as I knew, I guess. And coming into it, I was thinking about the sprint the whole time, and I knew I had Will there, and JV's telling me that I had to make a promise to make the podium. If I don't, I'm going to break his promise to him, and so I'm already kind of feeling guilty if I don't do it. So there was a couple of attacks. There's always going to be a couple of attacks, and Will rode like a freight train, covering those moves and attacking himself, just slaughtering himself for me. And then coming to the last lap, I felt bad following George around, but JV said I had to stick with George. I mean, he's obviously the best sprinter out of the group. I mean, most experienced, and it's an honor to follow his wheel, but it's also, I got to try to beat him. So 300 meters to go, there was a hesitation, and I made a jump for it. I mean, it was the only thing I could really do. I mean, I probably could have waited. Whether I would have made it to the line ahead of fourth place, maybe, I don't know. But it's so close, and it's really so hard to take after being so close and being in the saddle all day for that, and having my team like Will working so well, so hard for me. So it hurts a lot.
Yeah, it's a calculated risk. I mean, you attack and maybe it sticks, and if not, you waste your legs a little bit. But otherwise, you go down on the line and you got to try your hand against Hincapie, who's a tough sprinter.
Yeah, he's very, very experienced. So I'm sure he was just licking his chops when he saw me go. And I mean, 300 meters is close enough to the line where it could happen. It's also a little bit far from the line where, I can get swarmed, and I got swarmed today. So maybe tomorrow I wouldn't get swarmed, but today I did.
Yeah, well, nice ride. Good job.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. You were in the car today too, huh?
Yeah.
It's good seeing you in the car.